Hello visuals and welcome to our first podcast of the spooky season. I can't remember, it might be, I don't know. Hello anyway, and welcome to the visual. We'll do She-Hulk, Chris, because I'm raring to get my dick into that.
No, last week was the last week was because it was the first.
Right, yeah. So we're into spooky season. Maybe very, very soon, me and Chris will die. You know this haunted thing we're doing, not haunted thing. I keep getting paranoid thinking, what if it starts off as a game and it ends up being real? You know when you see them films, like them shitty like horror films, where we're like, oh, let's go and do this fun thing, and then it just turns up being real, and we're all going to be in the back of somebody's boot, Jeffrey Dahmer style.
We'll die eventually.
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, it's not Jeffrey Dahmer. Well, obviously, it won't be him because he's fucking dead. Anyway, we're talking about She-Hulk. Chris is. You should be up to date now, are you? Yeah, last week he was an episode behind and whatnot, and it's the penultimate, so there's only one more to go, and. Yeah, Chris, do you want to let us away with the last episode and this episode, your thoughts?
The episode before, where...
That good, Chris, can't even remember what happens.
She was going to the group to talk about therapy things.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you on that one. I thought some of it was quite funny.
Yeah, I had a funny feeling just the way they interacted with each other.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Episode gone. As soon as I seen fucking Matt Merrick come through the door, I was battering myself. I was like,
yeah, I was the same, mate. I'm telling you now, not just for that reason though, but mostly because of him. For me, this episode's a 10, but she actually did a lot better for me in this one. But we'll get to that one in a sec. But
them two hooking up was a bit weird. It's like, why?
It wasn't, but it's dead.
It's Matt.
You know what I mean?
Like he's got karma, and he ends up with her.
But like. Yeah, but I get it when she's like, oh, I'm kind of digging him. I was like, yeah, of course you are, love. Of course you're digging him. See what the best thing was, right? I felt pure chuffed for her because she has been, I don't want to say slang or but she's got about a little bit in this show, right? Which I think this will be the first time Marvel have ever been like, right, let's make sure our character gets a lot of sex. Yeah. And it's the first time she's woke up genuinely smiling and buzzing, and I'm thinking, yeah, of course you would be, love. All the other guys were just guys. You just fucked with the daredevil. Of course, you're proper buzzing and smiling. Yeah. So I fucking loved, I adored his little walk of shame. Just the comedy this time around felt so natural and proper and amazing and epic. And I absolutely adored this episode so much. It gets a huge fat.
I really enjoyed this episode, to be fair.
But break it down, Chris. Just break the episode down and lay it out as best you can remember.
What was it called? Frog? Leapfrog?
Frog, yeah, it's frog leap, frog jump, frog.
Something like that.
Frog, no, wasn't it like frog ribbit?
So weird.
Yeah.
Tries to stop some bank robbers from stealing a TV, but he ends up setting himself on fire. Tries to sue the guy who makes She-Hulk's
and the other superheroes.
Loses battle because realises he put fucking fuel when he wasn't supposed to. So he ends up kidnapping the suit maker, which ends up why Matt and Jennifer end up joining forces to try and rescue them. Yeah. But as Matt says, you're destructive, you damage a lot of stuff.
She's a Hulk, it's Hulk smash, it's their thing.
Matt, he secretly, quietly just sneaks through the hallways and drops everybody.
It's quite scary that there's a blind guy out there that's great at doing shit like that, and I'm thinking, Jesus fucking Christ, that was me straight away. Yeah. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, son? He's blind and he can do it. But yeah, carry on. Sorry, Chris.
And obviously, they get the bad guy, obviously, in the end. But
save the day. She gets her suits made again. She finds out that, hey, you're kind of, you're doing it for me. And then away they go.
Yeah, well, obviously they end up getting the reward. She ends up getting a reward at the end. And then obviously it goes wrong. Mm-hmm. So, the people that must have put the video must be part of the King Hulk or whatever.
Thingy.
Yeah. Which will be our last episode.
Yeah. I absolutely, so I've said it a million times already, I fucking love this episode. I love that ending because it's the first time I really saw not only Jennifer, but She-Hulk as an actual real character. When she started fucking freaking out at the end and getting proper angry, and I'm thinking, finally, a bit of This is not instead of just in your shitty fucking little suit going, I'm in court. Finally, we've got you reacting to something and having a bit of depth to you and whatnot. And they actually got behind. I think it was maybe the way that she was with Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock. I found the way that she bounced off him was a hell of a lot better instead of these other characters. I'm thinking. This was quite like the way she was trying to flirt and talk, and even the way they were discussing, I've done this for ages, like you mentioned, he wants to go for stealth, the way they did all that, even when she did eventually jump in and wreck, and he gave it a little smile, and I thought all of them bouncing off each other was absolutely amazing. And I love the fact at the end, very, very end, with the way she reacts, and you see the anger finally take over her properly as a Hulk, because we've seen the Hulk to have the anger take over, it's all shit, away we go. But seeing it happen to her and then realising, shit, everyone thinks I'm a monster. The only thing that I was a bit like, what the fuck? Everybody was terrified of her, but yet they've known she's a good guy and all this kind of shit for ages. But the second she freaks out, they're all like, whoa, man. Yeah. Even though she was somewhat justified because somebody was about to leak a sex tape out of her. So she has every right to be a bit angry in this moment. Yeah. But at the very end, you see the Department of Damage Control, they rock up, the people that were chasing Miss Marvel and stuff. They could rock up with them cannons on that truck thing. That's the same sonic weapons that was used against Hulk and Incredible Hulk. Fucking loved it. I loved it. I loved his entrance. I loved the way they had a fight in. He was obviously able to outmaneuver her and dodge her and whatnot, but eventually the strength prevails. She rips off, she's like, what? And she thinks, are you taking the piss out of blind people? You pretending to be blind? He's like, no, I actually am blind. She's like, what? And the way she asks, is it like sonar and all this kind of shit? I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's sonar.
And I love, of course, that, I know I've said it before, it was for me, it was like Morbius. I was waiting for another character. He rocks up and the show instantly just skyrocketed. My mate at work, he said, says, mate, New She-Hulk, what a fantastic episode. He goes, is it because Daredevil's in it? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, that's why fucking then, is it? I was like, yeah. But she was a hell of a lot better. Actually seeing her in a actual, because again, that times her 3D fucking animation shit can be a little bit iffy. But when they actually properly see her in the white and purple suit, it looked a hell of a lot better. Instead of just the weird dress wear. I'll quickly go through my notes then, Chris. But I'll just put in that, Leapfrog is an actual Marvel character. It's not something made up for the show or whatever. It's a genuine Marvel character. I like the fact that in this world, there's loads of people just going out there trying to be heroes and trying to... Because he was like the worst villain, because he wasn't really villainousy. He just wanted to be like... He wanted this kick-ass suit of armor, but he had no idea how to fight, and it was just shit. Yeah. But he wasn't like fucking Thanos level threat or whatever. I mentioned Charlie Cox. Well, you mentioned it as well. He steps into the thingy because it's like, yes, when you were saying it's just going to be a cutscene, just going to be a cutscene. It's like, it can't be. But the only thing is, it means that I doubt we'll see him next episode because he's gone back to New York. Yeah. So. I'm glad they put him on the show.
It's going to be the last of Matt.
Yeah, turns out that the people on the right side of history was Team Captain America as well, because we see that the Sokovia Accords have been replaced. They've been, what do you call it? Not reprimand, repraised, whatever. The Sokovia Accords are no longer in effect. Yeah. If you remember the events of Age of Ultron, I don't know if you do or not. No. There we go. Typical Chris. It's quite. We see that Todd lad. This is an interesting one. The pure creepy guy that's wants to be a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. He's got himself a Wakandan spear, obviously made of vibranium.
He has.
And I wonder if at any point, I was getting a bit dodgy vibes from him anyway. Do you reckon at some point he could be revealed as someone that's working with the bad guys? Because that would be a perfect way to try and penetrate her skin as well, because vibranium should theoretically cut through a Hulk's skin.
Possibly.
So I just thought it was a weird thing for them to randomly mention and not have anything. And we know the Wakandans because they love getting their stuff back. Yeah. They're going to want that back. I don't think we'll explore that, but maybe. Another cool thing when Daredevil's revealed, and if you noticed it, Chris, we got the Netflix Daredevil theme music playing in the background when it was revealed.
No.
Fucking, I love that intro and all the weird, like, not clay, but like whatever, the fucking candle wax sort of effect. Fucking awesome. We also got a direct look at Jennifer talking to the camera and mentioning a Red Hulk. Well, of course, Thunderbolt Ross usually turns to the Red Hulk, but the lad that plays Thunderbolt Ross has recently passed away. So I don't know if they have any way or interest of making a Red Hulk happen. And did you get the Wolverine nod? Did you see the Wolverine mention? Or the Wolverine thingy? full on Wolverine, 110% because everybody does it. If you do this, you are pretending to be Wolverine.
Close.
Yeah, when her friend come out to do the makeover, she comes out and she has one in each, and she gives it a full roar. You're like, okay, so that's a 110% Wolverine nod. Did you notice as well that somebody had pointed out, I'd overlooked this, I can't remember if it was last episode or the episode before, there's a moment of dialogue she uses to her friend, and she looks directly at the camera, much like Agatha was doing in WandaVision, when she's saying certain lines, and she delivers them directly to the camera, breaking the fourth wall as well. Not that I'm going to sit here and go, oh, she's going to turn out to be a big bad villain. It's just a fun thing to point out.
Big bad villain.
And there's a reason why they've obviously done it. But, yes, She-Hulk for me, 10 out of 10 this week. And absolutely fucking beautiful.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed last week's episode a bit more. So I'm going to give that a...
Oh, yeah, you need to rate last
6. I quite enjoyed that one. And this week I'm going to give it a 10.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I am being...
It is because of Matt.
Yeah, 100%. But, like I said, she was also elevated in this episode. If she's interacting more with other characters like the Daredevils and whatnot, she's so much better. So, yeah, a massive 10 out of 10 for me. And like I said, I am fully aware that it's the Matt Murdock effect. I don't care. He's beautiful. Anyone else you want to chuck on top of that, Chris?
No.
Nothing else to that? Well, it's the...
Hopefully this last episode will give us some...
Well, it has to, yeah. Because like you said, the Intelliger lot broken like thing at the end, because when that lad, did you see what I mean about the last episode, how you got the... Because were you not wondering where that Chris had gone? Like, you waiting for a message, and I'm thinking, why hasn't he messaged back? Because he did seem like the ultimate good guy. Like, oh, he's sweet and that.
Chris was called Josh?
Who the fuck's Chris? You're Chris. Yeah,
Chris.
Josh. Did you not get a bit like, wonder where he actually is?
Did you think
he would turn out to be the... Because he just sends like emojis, doesn't he? With like a happy face, a needle.
Yeah.
And like some blood or something.
But why give us it at the end of the series? Why didn't episode? Why put it in the middle?
Well, I think they wanted that big massive payoff because we got the whole... Because like I said, I was saying to her, I felt a bit happy for her being comfortable in her own skin, and she could be... I think they just wanted the big payoff because it was... At the very end, she got over it, like, oh, well, and then away they go. So
she did indeed.
I fucking loved it. But, okay, we'll end it there because... Chris is yawning away. I think he's very, very tired. We've got one more to do. Let him get away.
Thanks.
And
I've been at work since 6.
I've been at work since 3:30.
Yeah, we're good.
I'll win that one. I'm gonna
you probably finished like 2.
Watch Lord of the Rings as well. I need to fucking watch that. Did you watch last episode of Lord of the Rings?
No, I've got. I'm off for a week now. Hopefully, so I'll get to.
What do you mean? Hopefully?
Well. Our driver quit on Wednesday. So basically it's only these 2 people in there and nobody's really doing deliveries. So I've kind of...
You've got a holiday booked in.
I've kind of like said, if you need me...
Oh, you fell for... No, mate.
But they said we don't need you. I said, well, fair enough.
Leave me the fuck alone.
But says if you just need me, give us a shout.
Oh, don't do it, mate.
I know, but I'm too nice.
Yeah, you fucking are too nice, mate. Too soft.
Yes.
Be more like this angry Jennifer Walters. But right, we'll leave it there. Visuals, thank you for listening. That was She-Hulk. We're only one more to go, and then it'll be on to... we thought it was going to be Werewolf by Night, but evidently not. Visuals, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Morals keep it in you, we'll keep it on.
And as always, love you back.